Hey, Shalom. I'm going to start off by giving all glory, praises, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Makakodash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. And salutations to the brothers that's teaching this truth and sincerity. And Shalom to the hopeful elect, the one-third. Yahweh being the name of the Heavenly Father, who the world ignorantly calls God. And Yahweh Shai being the name of his Son, who the world ignorantly calls Jesus Christ. All right, Jesus the Christ. Today's lesson is going to be titled, Love Worketh No Ill Towards His Neighbor. All right, and I'm just going to get straight into it. I'm going to start at Romans 13 and 5 and then read to the point. Might read a little bit past it. But, yeah, I know I'll break that down and. So this is Romans 13 and 5. Wherefore ye must needs be subject, not only for wrath, but also for conscience sake. For this cause pay ye tribute also, for they are God's ministers, attending continually upon this very thing. All right, so pretty much submitting yourself to the rulers above, and if you have any bills or payments that that you need to pay, it's just wise to pay them, because you don't want it to become a burden in the future, or things kind of pile up. And we're not perfect, we have to come out of certain ways that we may have had in the world and stuff like that. And so that may take time, but it's just best to render to Caesar what's Caesar's and just avoid, perfect example is like parking ticket, not paying a parking ticket. And honestly, I'm guilty of that, you know what I mean? And having to pay the interest on the fucking ticket and all that dumb shit, But it's Satan fucking with you, but you just gotta pay it, man. Because even though you're in the right, or you're in the right, it's just you don't have, like, the way Esau set up the system is like you don't even have the time to go and fight your cause, and because say you have to take the day off from work, so you take the day off from work, you're losing money from there, or you're using your vacation or whatever, a sick day where you could have used it for a time when you really needed it to, just to fight a fucking ticket. It's Esau's a devil. Like he makes it to where it's just cheaper to pay it instead of fight it. But these are the things we got to deal with, man. Right now, we're under our adversaries, right? It says, I'm going to read it in the NLT as well. Verse 5, so you must submit to them, not only to avoid punishment, but also to keep a clear conscience. Pay your taxes too, for these same reasons, for government workers need to be paid. They are serving God in what they do. Yeah, because the Lord set these people up, right? At the end of the day, they set them up to be an agent against you. So the Lord is still dealing with them on the left-hand side, right? It just is what it is. Because you're under punishment. We're under punishment, Jake. Right? We're under punishment. So you don't think you can escape these things. Right? Now, actually, we live in a world where they actually take the taxes out of you anyways, like out of your paycheck anyways. So you don't really have to worry about not paying your taxes too much unless you got like a business, right? Unless you're operating a business or so. And then you got to make sure you allocate money aside from whatever you make, profit or whatever. You got to allocate that. And then you have to give that to Caesar at the end of the year or beginning of the year, whatever, right? Verse 7, KJV, render therefore to all their dues, tribute to whom tribute is due, custom to whom custom, fear to whom fear, honor to whom honor. Right? Verse 8, owe no man anything but to love one another. For he that loveth another hath fulfilled the law. Right? And that word love ain't just some fairy word. That's an action word. Love is an action verb, so to speak. Right? The love is keeping of the commandments. Right? Keeping the law. Keeping the laws to the best of your ability. Right? Verse 9, for this thou shalt not commit adultery, right? So now it goes into the law. Let me read it again. Verse 8. Owe no man anything but to love one another, for he that loveth another hath fulfilled the law. Now it goes into the law. For this thou shalt not commit adultery, right? You're not going to commit adultery against your brother, right? Or a fellow Israelite, whether he's in the truth or not. You're not going to do these things, right? It says thou shalt not kill, which really means murder. Okay, you're not going to murder your fellow Israelite. Okay, you're not even going to murder these heathens on this side. Okay, you're not even going to kill these heathens on this side, so to speak, as of right now, as the power structure is. All right, because that's jail time regardless, killing or murdering. Right? It says thou shalt not steal. Right? You're not going to steal from your brother. You're not going to steal from a fellow Israelite. You're not going to steal from somebody from your nation, or you're not going to steal from the powers above us as well, Esau, Edom, and the different nations. You're not going to steal from them. You're not going to steal from Moab at the corner store, or Elam at the corner store, right? Because we're under punishment. We have to pay our dues. You know? Yeah, okay, we know this world is ours, so just because this world is ours, you're going to just take everything we want? No, man. There's a system in place right now. We're under we're under heavy curses and heavy management right now, man. Heavy burdens upon us. So we got to use wisdom. This is another one. Thou shalt not bear false witness. Right? So you're not supposed to bear false witness against your neighbor. Right? That's going off. You see what I'm saying? So us in this truth, we got to be mindful and careful of things that we say. Right? We can't just be saying any old thing. Right? This is according to the law. The scriptures are speaking here, not me. Thou shalt not covet. Right? We shouldn't be looking at what a brother has and like, damn, I need that. I gotta have that too. Why he got it and I don't got it? Why? You know what I mean? Why is my life like this and his life is like that? And you know he's doing better than me and all this crap. Nah. Keep all that weirdo emotions to yourself. Rebuke it. You feel me? Because when we come to this ministry to do, it's not our ministry. It's Yahweh Shai's ministry. It's our Father's business. All right, it's Yahweh Shai's business. So we're here doing a job for Yahweh Shai. All right, we don't mix business with emotion. In this world, they do, right? But in our kingdom, we're not gonna mix emotions with business, man. Or business with emotions, right? Like here it is, you're on a job. You're the most skilled labor on the job, so to speak, right? But you don't like to talk, or you just like to keep to yourself, so to speak. And then people now are offended by that, you know, and you might lose your job for that because, you know, you don't want to have lunch with these guys or whatever. And whatever, I don't know. You notice they're weirdos, so you don't really want to hang with them. You just keep to yourself, right? But you're actually a skilled labor. You know, they know you know your shit, but at the same time, they have a problem with you not being, you know, they have a problem with you being to yourself, so to speak. You know? But anyways, thou shalt not covet, and if there be any other commandment, it is briefly comprehended in this saying, namely, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. Going into the point of this video, right? It says, thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself. So the same way you would want to be treated is the same way you would treat your brother, all right? Your fellow Israelite that's doing this work, right? That's it. There's no gray areas around it. You're going to treat that brother or whoever that is with the utmost amount of respect, right? Utmost. It says, verse 10, love worketh no ill to his neighbor. Therefore, love is the fulfilling of the law, right? So love, like I said, is the doing of the laws, the commandments of the Heavenly Father. So when you do the law, all right, that means there's no ill being done to your fellow Israelite, your fellow brother, All right, your brother in this truth, in this walk, right? So you're not harvesting anything or whatever. It just is what it is. You're keeping the law. The Lord knows your heart. The Lord knows your mind, right? And that's just how it's supposed to be. We're supposed to, even though this is an individual walk, we are our brother's keepers, right? We are supposed to look out for our brothers. And we should want what's best for our brothers. And we should always put ourselves in our brother's predicament so that we know where he's coming from. You get what I'm trying to say? And that knowing the time, that now is the high time to awake out of sleep, for now is our salvation nearer than when we believed. All right. And yeah, really, when it comes down to it, man, we got to just focus on pushing this word and this truth and sincerity. All right. Because the Lord's making his return at the end of the day. So we got to make sure we're on point and doing everything we got to do and making sure we're in his good graces. Right. And making sure we can go to bed with a clear conscience at night. You see what I'm saying? And hopefully being able to receive that salvation of the Heavenly Father. Okay. Let me read this in the NLT real quick from verse 9 to 10. For the commandment says, you must not commit adultery, you must not murder, you must not steal, you must not covet. These and other such commandments are summed up in the commandment, love your neighbor as yourself. Simple and plain. That's it. Love your neighbor as yourself. Love does no wrong to others. Right? So love fulfills the requirements of Yahweh's law. Okay? And that's just that. And I'm just going to leave it at that. Lord, will you're edified. I'm going to say shalom until the next one.